Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Death Note. It is episode 27 and as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses, dot pods with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. To those that came back, welcome back. Now, that was awesome. I mean, seriously, I was kind of worried about how this show would continue now that L is dead, because I reflected that the last time the real adversary, the real enemy of Kira is gone, and it is like, who is about to stop him? What you want to do, right? And in some regards, this series showed that and contributed to that by having 4 to 5 years passed since the passing of L. So what is happening now in this series is 4 years later, 4 to 5. So we had this scene here is in 2007 in December, and everything later on where we see those two new characters is in 2012 in May. So there's a lot of time between, 4.5 years. I like that. It's a clever idea. It shows that Kira is kind of untouchable all the time, and he killed already many people. It is said that there are people online who are kind of working for him, who are showing him who to kill, who are posting, this is an evildoer, do something, right? So he has a growing fan base, you could say. It's still not the complete paradise that he wants, but he thinks it's getting more and more to that, and Light already thought that a lot of people feel safe. It is a safe place for those who did nothing wrong, in his opinion. So that's the one side, right? The other thing is, 4.5 years, he is living with Misa. I mean, I kind of wait if there's something more reflected on that. Is this like a real relationship now? What are they like? Do they have a real relationship, right? It was mentioned that marriage is in the room. He did not comment on that. She, for sure, is for it. So yeah, it's we will see. I'm a bit surprised she's still there, if you know what I mean. I mean, he has to keep her alive. Rem would very likely come back otherwise. No, he can't. He's dead. You know what I mean. So seriously, why is he keeping her alive? He needs her eyes for what right now? It's more than 4 years. So, and she was a problem for him in the past. So I really expected him to get rid of her sooner. A bit surprised there. We have Matsuda liking Sora, who was captured this time. I will talk about that. So there's a possible love interest there, and possibly he will try something. He will, I don't know, maybe just maybe he will be the one that gets more information in than was expected, because he would, because he's emotional, jump into a scene, and I don't know, I have a bit of a tingling that he might become important again, for one thing. Sorry. Now, to the new stuff. So we have Roger, that is the old white-haired man, who's very likely a friend or a partner of Avatari. Let's have a look. Yep, of Atari. And we have Mello and Nier. So it seems like there was a permanent competition between those two, and L was the one who was meant to judge who is the better, who is the successor, who is the one bit of those two who gets to do it. Thus he's dead, he can't, and we have like a little argument there. So Mello is extremely emotional, at least at this time, and generally seems to be the emotional type. while Nier is proclaimed to be very unemotional, and in many regards, he reminds very much of L. So standing on chairs, sitting on chairs with his legs up, building stuff that balances itself out. All those things we've seen from L in the past as well. So there are a lot of similarities. Question is if they are kind of related with each other. But apart from that, he seems to have kind of the same condition. And he is very clever, no question there. As is Mello. So he was clever as well, but is a bit on the weird side. It's interesting to see that we have two parties now following Kira, apart from each other. And by doing so with different approaches. And it seems that Light really is struggling right now, because that is a situation where he will have problems. I think so. So while Nier is working with the officials, he's working with the FBI, even directly with the president. I mean, there was a big one. He built up a new task force. SPK, I think it was. I wrote it down somewhere. I will have to write that down again. Together with Commander Resta. And I don't know who the black-haired guy was, but he was pretty clever. He wasn't, he made the right conclusions there as well. So good people, efficient working people. But in many regards, similar to what L did before. So we will see if that is something that really can catch Kira now. And Mello is working with the underground, is working with or against the mafia. So he did kill or catch a mafia boss 1.5 years ago. And thus made himself important to those people now, to the underground network. And they're working with him, which makes sense. Kira's killing all of them one by one, right? It's only a matter of time until they will be gone, and they need to strike back. They need to stop him. So they both have kind of people working with and for them. And the thing is, the underground is able to do things and is willing to do things that officials like the police and the like wouldn't. So this time we see kidnapping, right? They got enough information already to guess he is somewhere close to the investigation in Japan, which is right, as we know. Really good. I mean, I think they got him in a bit of trouble here, because he's emotionally involved now. It's his sister. They are very close to him. I mean, there was a good chance that instead they would have just taken him instead of Sora. Why not, right? Take the son or take the daughter, whatever. So yeah. And now in the end, the request to go to LA to deliver the notebook, even if he gets rid of them, let's say he wipes out the whole, let's call him mafia group. If he does so, that gives you the clue that he was very, very close to this whole investigation. And there are not many people who are that. So, and if he even flies there, he is once again the #1 target. So, just by shooting kind of wildly into the direction of the Japanese investigation force, they got Light already cornered. And that's interesting, because he needs to make a plan. He says this in the end of the episode, when his dad is saying that he wants to go there. There. This strange feeling, very fitting. Trying to find it. Yeah, exactly that. He's cornered or chained. And he had 4 years of kind of relaxed time compared to before. So I'm pretty sure he did not lose his edge yet, but he really have to watch out, because now he has 2 enemies working who are both very clever. He's not aware of one of them, but he might guess, because the mafia group knows about the notebook as well. The other one proclaimed himself to be N, already stated that he knows he's not the original L. So there's a lot happening, and Light is surprised, and that's something that does not happen very often. So he's surprised, he is catched off guard, and he needs time to regroup, set up a plan, and go through with it. And thus his father just rushing out to rescue his daughter is something he does not want. I can see that. So he needs to his dad to stay calm and to think logically for him, right? And to see where this is going. Nakimura, the former director of this force of the Japanese police, hung himself, and I think that was a major mistake done by Kira there, because by doing so, sure, he took out a risk, although this guy did not really know very much, but by doing so, he proved to Mello and Nier that whoever Kira is very close to the information of the Japanese group. So thus they knew something that L found out in the past as well, that somehow Kira is able to get this information, and L found that out in the past. It took quite a while that he got information from the police in general, and now they found out that he got information of this very close group in the police as well. So that narrows it down to, I don't know, maybe a dozen people? Something like that. Because they requested the notebook, and the group around Light stated, okay, we will inform everyone that the director was kidnapped, but not about the notebook. So about the notebook knew only the one who got the call, right? And maybe one or two others in the room. And this inner circle, which is still hanging around Light, proclaiming to be L and his investigation group. So the killing of the director as an act from Kira possibly was a mistake there, and brings both enemy parties close to his feet already. Really good. As I said, I really liked this episode. It was had a good speed, new interesting characters who are already in now, who already feel like they are major players. The way that the others react to them is a very important thing. So there's a lot of respect, as it was for L, that is now for N from those FBI agents, and the group around Mello is very respectful as well. I don't know who the big guy is in white and gray, who looks like a real strong brute, but feels a bit like a leader as well. But he reflected on Mello. If he says it, then it's true. So that's complete belief and trust in this person. That shows you they both have a very strong standing and will not be easily shaken out of this group. Very good. I really liked it. The question stands in the room, what did Mello do before he joined the underground? There is 2.5 years missing. Same goes for Nier. I mean, they both had to grow physically and I guess emotionally and intellectually as well. So maybe we'll learn about that. Maybe it's not important. We will see. Really, really good episode. I liked it. I look forward to the next one, and I hope you do as well. Until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.